Look who's out here re-upping their sub like some kind of hero. I'm gonna go ahead and start now. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that was all about. That was obnoxious. Hi everyone. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm a little well, thank you. Thank you for the welcome back. I have no idea what that was. My OBS just kind of decided to shit the bed. Like I hit go on stream and it was like, I don't feel like it. I don't wanna. Oh my god. Yeah, I hit go and it was just like OBS crashed. And so like I restarted it and I hit go and it was like OBS crashed. So I restarted my computer and I hit go and it was like cool. So truly no fucking clue what that was all about. But hi everyone, how is it going? My name is Endeavorance. It is Thursday, February, I want to say 29th? 27th. I almost said 30th. And also a year. There's a dog under my desk. So before he like destroys all of the cords that are under my desk, I'm gonna go give him a treat, which means we get the treat cam. So let's do that. Come on, bud. Hello. Everybody say hi, Flynn. It's the boy. You know how it be. It's the boy of boys. It's the boy of all boys. Oh, we've got a hype training coming. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. Let's say hi to people. I am annoyed. I'm annoyed at what happened at the start of this, but we started on time. That's good. I don't like it when technology doesn't work on me, which is a lot. It's pretty frequently. Where are you going, bud? Look at that butt. Can we just appreciate the butt for a second? Look at that butt. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, we've put the dog down. That's good. All right, let's go here. I want to try something. So I've got the feed in the corner there, right? Right. Let's try doing this. Let's add the okay, video capture device. Add that. Good. Okay. And then check this out. I want to try, I think, yeah, crop it down to just boy, right? And then I can enlarge it. And now we've got a primo boy cam. Oh, buddy, the second, okay, we don't need that. But I just got you the primo boy cam. Okay, that's just his foot. You can lick the foot. That's fine. Foot lick is fine. Just don't get me broken from the terms of service. All right. I can't go back. I can't go back to jail. Not again. Hey, someone gifted subscriptions. Thank you for an elder. Shaun of the Dead HD just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so very much. And Tomato, 24 months. 24 months. That's 2 years. Buddy, with the... If we're gonna have the enhanced zoom on the dog, can we not Okay, whatever. You can lick that. That's fine. Let's see. What else do we got here? Because I missed a good few resubs during the kerfuffle at the start. Overreacting at 3 months. Opossum Ollie at 18 months. Spin the Dice at 7 months. Opossum Ollie with a gifted sub. Thank you so much. Real Crazy Sanity also gifted sub. Shaun of the Dead, again, thank you so very much. And we've got a hype train. And y'all, we're starting off strong. Thank you. Thank you. And we've got a lot of shit to cover today because so much happened. My goodness. Ratty Paws wants me to hydrate. I can do that. I will have some tea to hydrate. Today I'm drinking the Astral Bloom tea from Many Worlds Tavern, which you yourself can get some. Get you some. If you want to use my code DEV10, you can get 10% off of your purchase of coffee or tea at Many Worlds Tavern. They're really wonderful people. And whoa! Foggy Bog with 5 gifted subs. Thank you. My goodness. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Pardon me as I kind of like get used to. I've changed the sort of like layout that I use for my stream setup. So some things I have to look for, but it should be a lot easier for me to manage streaming this way, which is good. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing this morning? I want to talk about a lot of things, but they're not wonderful things. So let's start with like some positive things. So tell me, how are y'all doing this morning? Have you covered up the feet licking? Have you covered the feet licking AI slop? I have not. I'll probably talk about that today at some point. We be working. Ashley says I'm doing decent. Ratty Paws says thank you for the sub, Foggy Bog. That was a really fun combination of words to say. Buddy, you are just all over the place. My goodness. It's just a lot of dog happening. Rubbing his face. I love when he does that. I love when dogs do the like, my face needs to be clean. It's very good. Doing good playing with dirt? Oh, hell yeah. Doing okay. About to head to work, so I won't be able to watch for long. Just watch at work. Easy, no problem. Just tell your boss that it's a webinar. That's a thing, right? Hello. TQ loudly says, I'm doing all right. Test reading an upcoming TTRPG system. Well, is it Proscenium? Oh, I'm blocking the notifications. Whoops. Is it Proscenium? That's not publicly available, but it is available on my Patreon. Buddy's so itchy. Buddy's so itchy. My goodness. I keep saying my goodness. I had something else I was going to say. Getting ready to move states? Yo, I mean, you don't need to tell me, but what general climate of state are you looking for? Like, where'd the dog go? My goodness, he's making this so difficult for me. Where you going? Where you going? What you doing? You getting oh, he's got his battle axe. He's got his battle axe. Can we get eyes on that? Let's find oh dear. Oh no. What happened? Buddy, what happened? This is the game I'm playing today, I guess, is capture dog in frame. There we go. We got the butt. That's all we could ask for. It's all anyone could ever ask for. Doggy is sweet. He's a very good boy. He is such a good boy. Isn't that right? Aren't you a good boy? He's got a good thud to him. He's nice and dense. So when you give him the pat on the side, it's a good thud. We like that because you got to have a dog that you can play the drums on. Sleepy War, pupper down, doggo down. This dog will just fall over when he's done. He will absolutely just like be in the middle of like walking around playing with a thing, and then he'll just flip upside down. I don't understand the physics of it. It should be studied for science. I can make you an AI dog tracking cam as long as it also has nuclear weapons capabilities. If it's gonna have AI, I feel like that's a given though. You know, sturdy boy, yeah, thick boy, big thick boy. We like that. Oh, we up. Let's shrink this down a smidge. There we go. And lasers? Gotta have lasers. Doggy physics. It's just like he'll go face first into the ground, and it looks like a face plant, but he's actually just getting comfortable. And he'll just like go head first into a like tumble to be upside down, and then he'll just turn off and just be like upside down forever. Oh, I am twirling the pen. I am playing with the pen. So let's get, before I forget, let's just go ahead and get this on the screen. Okay. Let's just get that. Let's just accept it. Get that going, because you know, we you never know. You never know. Oh, that's me. No, I wanted to edit the text. Can we make this like thicker or a different font? Select font. Bold italic. Oh, hell yeah. Let's choose, ooh, wait a minute. No, I gotta pick a good font. I gotta impress all of you with a good font. That's not a good font, but whatever. We're doing it. That's the font we're using. That's the pen drop count. These are the best changes. Wingdings. I think numbers and wingdings are just numbers still, though, is the thing. Beef. I don't have any beef sticks with me today. Alex, I'm so sorry. I don't have any beef sticks. Otherwise, I would absolutely be eating one. And Tropically Trending. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Good to see you. Fun Predictable says, hey, my dude, good morning. What's up? What's up? You dangus. And Tropically says, I was the person who called you the comfort streamer on YouTube. Well, welcome. Welcome in. I hope I can be comfortable. I'm pretty comfortable right now. You like how the mug has a handle and I never use it? Amazing. I literally just don't use mug handles. Why would you do that? That's a lie. I use them all the time. I just realized it's been so long since I've been able to catch a stream. There's no longer color theme redeems. I want to get those back. So for those who haven't been here in quite some time, I took a bit of a break around October of last year through like January. Some of it was intentional. Some of it was because I was sick. I wanted to get back to doing everything in January, and then I got really sick. But during that time, I decided to go back to the drawing board. So before the break, I had a very different stream setup that had like redeemable themes. So it would like color the layout. It would also change the lights in this room. I really liked that. That was fun. It was just, it was getting to be a lot to manage. So I went back to the drawing board and I did way more and added way more stuff to manage. And now I'm trying to get that to a place where I'm convincing myself that it's actually easier this way. And once I can get that, once I can gaslight myself enough into truly believing that, then I can go back to actually setting up the older stuff, like getting themes back to be a thing again, which would be very fun. So it's just a matter of gaslighting myself, and it's just a matter of lying to myself and working too much, which thankfully is my whole thing. So that's good. That's good. We like this. Hello, Adorklepus. What's up? How's it going? I've been loving your the Black D&D or Black Fantasy Moms thing. So good. That series is very good. Stop gaslighting yourself? I've never gaslit myself. Oh god, I keep clicking me when I want to move boy. There we go. Get that out of the way. Sounds like Canadian propaganda. Oh shit. Oh damn. I'm helping the Canucks. I'm helping the Mounties. Oh no. Self-gaslighting for the win. Look, sometimes you gotta self-gaslight. Like sometimes you just gotta be like, attention. Oh, we are being raided. We're being raided. Everybody, battle stations. Get your cannons. Everybody cannons. Everyone find a cannon. Load it. Load one. Load a cannon. Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? Yeah, sometimes you gotta gaslight yourself, and sometimes that's okay, because there are things in this life that fucking suck. I don't need to tell you that. But there are things in this life that suck. And sometimes you just got to get past them. And a good way to do that is to just gaslight yourself. Don't gaslight yourself about things that are, you know, detrimental. But sometimes it's like, oh man, I got to go work out. Oh, I love working out. It makes me feel good. And like it does eventually once you've been working out for a while. But to get started, it fucking sucks. And so you have to just kind of like hype yourself up. Some people would call it willpower, I think. But I don't really see the difference between willpower and gaslighting yourself. Because like what is willpower aside from putting aside doubts and ignoring reasoning in your mind and pushing forward with relentless optimistic expectation? Banana in chamber fire. Wait, what? We got bananas? Oh, banana in chamber fire. Firing bananas. Oh shit. Can't find my cannon. Look, everyone who comes here gets issued a free cannon. If you've followed this stream, you should have received your cannon, like from FedEx or the mail. Are you telling me you lost it? The amount of gaslighting is insane. I'm still in the it sucks phase. I mean, it's still gonna suck. It's just that after you're done, it sucks a little bit more. FBI, drop your pen. Ah, fuck. Well, that's one. Hi, Lunar Harpy. I gotta. Oh god, that's one. Now I gotta go get my pen. Now I gotta go. That's okay. I gotta feed the fire anyway. Let's go feed the fire. I'll get the pen and feed the fire. Okay. We've got fire. We did it. I'm so sorry, Benjamin. That's a good name. That's a really good name. We like Benjamin. That's good. That's good. I ate my cannon? That sounds like a lot of iron. Anyway. I got a Raspberry Pi cannon? Yo, I just recently, hold on, can we get, we can't get a shot of it because there's a chair in the way. I can try. Behind that chair, you'll notice a box, sort of, and that box is a server rack that I've been putting together that's got a Raspberry Pi shelf in it. It's actually pretty neat. Can we pull it up? Can we pull that up? Raspberry Pi server rack. Is this it? This is not it. Is this it? That's a 404. Is this it? No. Where the fuck is it? Close enough. Okay, close enough. So we got, okay, so I got a thing for the server rack that's like, got these, this is a terrible example. Okay, well, you can kind of see it here. So it's got like 4 of these, oh, Franch, 13 months, thank you so very much. It's got 4 of these like things to let you slot in Raspberry Pis into a server rack and like treat them as a like server in general, which is neat. And so I started doing that. I'm now using Pi-hole instead of a different DNS ad blocker. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Literally not a single person ever will care about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and not talk to you about the inner workings of my current home lab setup and instead talk about anything else. Dude, nice rack. Thank you. Thank you. If there's ever anything that I've wanted in this world, it's to have a rockin' pair of tits. I'm gonna be honest, I've never liked using the term tits to refer to boobs, and I think it's a pedantic thing, but I always considered tits to be the nipples, right? Like, I don't think about the bulb, the grand sum of the whole of the bulbousness to be encompassed within the single term, you know? Anyway, when I run for president, I'm going to run on a campaign of not taxing the money made from dollars being thrown onto the stage at strip clubs. And I'm going to campaign on the promise of no tax on tits. Praise. The praise was just so perfect. Oh my God. Why are we not funding this? Yeah. No taxes on OnlyFans earnings and strip club dollar throws. No tax on tits. Oh my God. The morning brain really be wilding though. Yeah, but here, okay, look.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda.
Hands off our tits? Well, hold on. That's the opposite of what I want personally. No tit tax. No taxation without nip representation. Never mind. We're trying our best here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful morning as we talk about the logistics of taxing female reproductive anatomy. This is a workshop. Yeah, this is my think tank, you know? So you know how I need to have like a think tank? It's like a tank of brains, right? I'm essentially a mind flayer. And I need all of you to give me your brains so that I can win the president of America, which has always been my goal. I've always been talking about how much I want to run for president, because that's a thing that I want to do and believe in. Going from pie holes to tits, look, we've got wide range here. No taxation without titillation. Could your tax bill have a loophole that would have free top surgery be free? I'm trying to think of a joke. I think that it would have to be free, right? Because like if you want top surgery, right? I'm assuming you mean like removal. If you want removal, you're already essentially carrying around a tax by way of tits, right? And so getting them removed is just adhering to the policy. Now, if you want them added, right, that gets you a tax break, I assume. Because you're like, if you're already at none and then you get more, then you go into the negatives, right? It's like a child tax credit. Only instead of childs, it's puppies. Hey! Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this entire line of joke. Tax reduction, free tits, great math. Thank you. I'm really good at math. God damn it. I was so good at math until I hit calculus. And then I realized I was fucking terrible at math. Like I just like blew through algebra, geometry, all of that stuff, which I guess is just the easy stuff. Then I hit calculus and I was like, I actually hate this. And then I hit like linear algebra, and then I hit like abstract theory bullshit, and I'm just like, nah, I'm actually good. I think I'm fine. I think I'm good with what I've got. I was good until they added letters. I was happy with the letters. I was fine with the letters because I was already programming by then. And like, this is a personal thing, but I was already programming by then. And like, algebra is just it's just programming, right? Sort of. It's just variables, and programming is all about variables and whatnot. And so like, algebra gelled perfectly fine with me. It wasn't until we got to like, I feel like there was the core set of rules that I was able to follow. And then once I started getting to the point of like math curriculums where you had to start getting into the abstract before you can get into the actual doing the stuff, like doing the actual computations, that's when I started to be like, no, I can't do this. I need to stay in concrete land. I can't go into abstract and then back. I don't know. I can't do this. I reached calculus and then math was locked into hell. Yeah, well, if you tell me to do an integral or a derivative, nah. Or you tell me to do proofs? No, I'm not doing proofs. A good friend of mine and I came up with during our time in college, and we both were computer science majors, so we did a lot of like logic classes and like logical proofs and shit. We came up with a wonderful term that I think we both believe should be added to the scientific lexicon, which is proof by PFO, which is to say proof by it's pretty fucking obvious. So you can have your formal proof, right? Your scientific proof, and normally you have to come up with like one of a set of like logical bases to root your proof in. There are a lot of fallacies that you have to avoid, and you have to like make a point that it fits a like scientifically accepted proof method. One of those should be proof by PFO. You look at it and it's like, yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious that that's what it is. So, unfortunately, our teacher disagreed, and proof by PFO was not an acceptable answer on a test. Proofing fucking obvious. Deepwater says, I loved logic proofs, though. I don't know. I just don't like having to do I don't like things in the abstract with no application. And so the learning of logic proofs and the doing of like all the tests and homeworks and whatnot, where it's like you have to it's essentially just brain teasers. They're just puzzles that get me nowhere. Like, no, I want to make stuff. I just like making things. And if I'm just doing abstract logic problems, it's not satisfying. And I know those people exist. Deepwater says, yeah, I love puzzles. I know those people exist. For example, I think a great litmus test for this. Deepwater, have you played The Witness? And if not, that's fine. But The Witness is a game by Jonathan Blow, the guy who made Braid. And it is entirely abstract puzzles. It's a game where you're just walking around this island, and the only thing you do is solve a specific type of puzzle that gets more and more abstract over time. And like, it's good, but it's literally just, you have to like puzzles or you're not gonna like this. I will say, Jonathan Blow is insane. Dude has lost his fucking mind. Which is a damn shame, because I looked up to him for a long time. And The Witness, while still a good game, is also a very solid look into the sort of tipping point of him losing his mind, especially when you get the like intended ending of the game, which I can't really spoil it, I guess. I'll do the hand of spoilers, but it doesn't really matter because it has nothing to do with the game. But the intended ending, as long as my hand is up, there's spoilers for The Witness. At the end of the game, if you get the intended ending, it's like a video recording from his point of view of him just like walking around being mesmerized by objects in his immediate vicinity. And it's supposed to be like, and that's the end of the spoilers. And like, it's supposed to be all deep and whatnot, but it's really just like, are you okay, dog? Are you doing all right? Because it's supposed to be like, be intrigued by the puzzles that are all around us. And like, that's fine. But I think he essentially did a really great job of blowing everyone's fucking mind with Braid. With the, like, twist, which he claims was not the twist, which... Let me back up. This is a whole thing. So Jonathan Blow has gone, like, off the deep end in the, like, libertarian sinkhole of thoughts, right? Like, that's all that's really happened. Is he just, like, compounded onto himself too many times with, like, trying to logic his way through life and landed in a dark place. But before all that, Jonathan Blow made a really, really good game called Braid. Braid is a platform puzzler that uses a lot of time manipulation mechanics, reversing time, but certain things don't get reversed, reversing time, but once you stop reversing time, it replays what you reversed as a second character so that you can play alongside yourself. Like, you do a whole lot of really cool stuff, and it's a really, really great game. And the entire time you are chasing a princess. Like, it's essentially a joke on Mario. Like, the main character kind of looks like Mario, and you're trying to save a princess from a monster. But there's allusions to something deeper going on the whole time. You don't really know what it is. But ultimately, you get to the final level, and you are chasing the monster who's holding the princess, and the monster is chasing, or is, like, carrying her... Or I should say, like, the bad guy is, like, carrying the princess as, like, away as you're chasing after them. And at the end of the level, the big reveal, again, hand of spoilers, but who cares? This game is very, very old. The big reveal is at the end of the final level, when you're trying to save the princess, you lose and you hit reverse. And when you hit reverse, it shows you the reality, which is it's a delusion. And you have been the bad guy, and the bad guy was actually saving the princess from you, who was chasing it the whole time. So the bad guy was running away, and even with all the dialogue that occurs throughout the level, all the dialogue gets reversed, and when you read the dialogue in reverse, you realize you're the bad guy chasing the princess who's trying to escape from you with the help of this guy. But if you manage to catch up to the princess in that final level, which is kind of difficult, it causes a, like, nuclear explosion. And the normal finale of the game makes a bunch of allusions to the Manhattan Project. And so the whole thing seems like an allegory for the Manhattan Project, the nuclear bomb, the dangers of chasing a thing you don't understand, and, like, looking at something through one lens only to see it through a different lens and realize that you've made a horrible mistake. And everyone was like, holy shit, this game is amazing, and the theme is incredible. And this man went on to the internet and was like, no, you all missed the point. And, like, he vehemently was like, you all missed the point. This is not what the game is about. Stop saying this is what the game is about. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what else would it be about? And he's like, not this. And so he just, like, spent, like, a ton of time going around the internet just like lambasting all of the reviews, because he, like, couldn't handle that people thought that he was talking about the Manhattan Project. And in reality, he was just like, nah, stop it. I hate this. Y'all don't like my game for reals. I don't know. He just, like, started losing his mind. And yeah, game developer not understanding his own game. Yeah, he essentially fell into the trap of, he built up this thing in his head, and no one could tell him otherwise. And then he took it public, and people were like, oh, it's this thing that any reasonable person would have like, interpreted, but because you, like, closed yourself off to the world and wouldn't talk about it, no one expected it. Anyway. Oh shit, the chat's nice and colorful on stream. I love it. Yeah. So the colors that it uses are whatever your Twitch color is. Unless, if you are a member of my community, if you join my Discord server, you can actually go onto our community hub app that I've made, and you can customize your color, your display name, and your pronouns. And you can also have it pull in your Discord avatar to show up instead of an empty tent here. So if you want to, you can join my Discord. Here is the thing. I remembered to plug my Discord ever. So yeah, you can join my Discord, and then you can head to lodge.camp and get started with configuring your stuff and doing everything. We're fancy like that. Yeah, see, Tomato's got it all set up. Hell yeah. Because we pretty. We love pretty stuffs. We really, really, really do. Let's see. Let's see. When you make art, there are people who are going to see it through their lens, not yours, which is hilarious. A Thomas Stevens. It's hilarious because that was like his point. Like that was the point of the game, was seeing things through different lenses. And then he was like, no, don't look at it through that lens. Oh my God. Chip says, I don't know if I'm set up, but I'm too tired to check. You are indeed set up. Sylvia's having fashion crises. What should you wear? Red t-shirt and no pants. It's a bold fashion statement. I also, just before going live, did a thing where it uses different font sizes based on how much words you write. Because I noticed that sometimes it was getting a little difficult to see everything. But hydrate, I can do that. Epic failure. Here we go. Dev wants me to Winnie the Pooh it. Hell yeah. What else could I possibly ask for? Dr. Antis, hello. I've got some muscular pain. If you don't mind writing me a prescription for anti-muscular pain medicine, which I guess is just Advil. Piglet is where it's at. Doesn't Piglet wear like the same thing? What does Piglet wear? Piglet, Winnie the Pooh. Can we get some Piglet? Yo, damn. Yeah, I mean, that's a vibe. That's pretty good. It ain't bad. I don't know where you, like... So Winnie the Pooh doesn't even have, like, a full shirt on, though. It's just, like, a top quarter of a shirt. With, like, a collar. Like a bit of a collar going on. Piglet does not have any pants either. I'm just saying, this is like a no pants society. Welcome to the no pants society. Crop top, coochie out, vibing. No other way. Is Piglet a girl? Piglet has no tail. Does anyone have a tail besides like Tigger? And I guess Eeyore technically, but it's more of a prosthetic tail. Underboob would go crazy in a Winnie the Pooh cosplay. Oh, that would be very, very good. Breaking. Welcome to the No Pants Society. Look, you all have no idea if I'm wearing pants right now. I could be completely pantsless. I could be Winnie the Poohing it, and you would have no idea. Not one idea. The only thing that you need to know about me when I wear pants is that my voice gets really high-pitched when I'm not wearing pants. So there's no way that you would ever know that I'm not wearing pants aside from that. Most have tails? Look, Trips, let me maintain my headcanon that tails are reserved for Tiggers. You stepped away from your stream a bit ago? You lie, you have pants? Well, you don't know what I've done with my pants since then. You can't see the bottom half of me. Flynn's not wearing pants. Every single entity that's currently visible has questionable pants status. Did you send me out of your pants after feeding the fire? How do you know that they weren't just AI generated pants, just overlays? It detected my bare ass legs and it was like, whoo, cover that up. The fucking Super Bowl pants ad song has lived rent free in my head. I have seen, and I am proud of this, 0 Super Bowl ads this year. And I don't mean to be like a contrarian, like I'm holier than thou. I'm just happy that I've managed to completely avoid that entire thing this year. Because I just didn't have it in me to be like, let's watch Super Bowl ads with everything that's happening. Entirely by accident. I didn't see any pants when you walked away. What the hell are y'all on? Thank you, Shark Diver. Thank you. Someone knows what they're looking at. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe what I have to say instead. I too am in a beanie with no pants. It's the way to be. Truly the way to be. The only thing I've consumed from the Super Bowl is the Kendrick Drake diss. I love Spite. I also haven't seen the full halftime show, but I've seen like the highlights and the of course the Say Drake. Don't believe yourself. Believe me. I know all. It's true. It's true. Everyone should believe Alex does voices over me, because I don't know shit. I don't know anything. Okay, let's talk about some of the stuff that's happening right now, because holy God, I woke up this morning and everything was on fire, but in like the stupidest and weirdest ways possible. There's like multiple significant celebrity deaths. There's pretty wild, unexpected thing from Romania. There's the shit going on with the Doge people resigning. There's the USDS or the USAID stuff. RFK, Musk running the cabinet. So I'm gonna try to not like just dig deep and like commiserate on all of this or anything, but like holy shit, it's really whack. It's pretty whack outside. I checked the weather and it was a 98% chance of whack. So yeah, the first thing that you should probably know is Andrew Tate's on the loose, I believe in Florida currently. So Andrew Tate was allowed to leave Romania, where he's been grounded for quite some time, him and his brother, grounded on rape and sexual assault charges. And he recently was allowed to leave. He hopped on a private jet and flew to Florida. So there's that, which is horrible. So I don't really know what to say about that. Rape and trafficking. Thank you. Yeah, so for those who don't know, and like, congratulations if you don't know, Andrew Tate is a manosphere influencer. He is arguably like one of the most egregious manosphere influencer guys. He like makes his whole thing about exploiting women and abusing women proudly. Like, proudly talks about overpowering women and whatnot. And there's a lot of young boys who look up to him, which is like disgusting. But I also want to point out, and like, of course the situation is different, but I've said this before, back in my day, when I was a shitty teenage boy, my Andrew Tate was Mystery. Now, I didn't really look up to Mystery. I didn't really follow him and like talk to my classmates about him, but I was aware of him and like what he was teaching. And if you're not familiar, Mystery, let me pull up this fucking guy. He's had an arc, which is nice. I believe he's actually kind of like seen the errors of his way. Mystery, but he built himself as a pickup artist, and he tried to like teach people how to do that. Here we go. And his whole thing was dressing up all wild. Like, he called it peacocking, where you like dressed up crazy and tried to like make yourself look appealing and whatnot, which is why he's always dressed all weird. But yeah, this guy was like the functional equivalent of Andrew Tate, just like before Andrew Tate. He taught like pickup artist classes around the country. He would like go on tours and like talk to men and teach them how to essentially like pick up women. They had a TV show, like a reality TV show. Yeah, Mystery wasn't even a TV show. Yeah, there was a VH1 reality TV show where Mystery took a class of like nerdy boys, and each week they had like a challenge where they had to go practice a pickup artist move and then ultimately like go to a club and like pick up someone. Otherwise, they would be eliminated. But they would do things like, okay, we're going to try to, like this week you have to pick up a woman at this grocery store. And if you don't, then you're eliminated. And it's just like, what is this show? Anyway, like this isn't a new phenomenon. Andrew Tate having like his legion of boys following him. It's not new. It's boys who have not adjusted and have not
Father, help!
not really grown past the id phase of their life, feeling like there is a lack of what they deserve in their life. Like they believe that they just deserve more. And here comes someone like Andrew Tate saying, let me explain why that's not happening and give you an outlet for your anger for the mismatch between your expectations and reality. And that anger is going to be directed entirely towards women. Now pay me money for my course. That's the grift. Yeah, so Tate is on the loose. He does have to appear back in Romania at the end of March, so hopefully he won't be on the loose for very long. But yeah, it is shitty that this guy, 1, exists, 2, is uplifted by his people, and 3, is probably going to be getting a pretty big pass from the current administration, given this administration's penchant towards giving passes to egregious people. So like we shouldn't really be surprised by it. Like, powerful person with means who is willing to suck up to Donald Trump is likely not going to face consequences. Should not be a surprising headline. But as a reminder, if there are young boys in your life, get involved in their life in a meaningful way and like offer them experiences that will open their mind. Don't try to go directly to, hey, you should respect women for these reasons or whatever. Don't start with, I'm going to say things that go against what Andrew Tate and his ilk say, because they're just gonna make fun of you for being a beta or, tell you you're wrong or whatever. They're gonna continue to harbor those feelings. You have to show them a different world. You just show them a nicer way to live. And it's the same thing that I get so fucking mad about this, because like I know I'm on the other side of this and I know how hard it can be to get past that mental block. I've been on the side that these boys have been on, where it's like I have fully in my head convinced myself that I am perfect, not perfect, but great, and deserve so much more, but it's women who are overlooking me, and I deserve to not be overlooked. They owe me, and that makes me mad, and so I'm gonna start taking it out on them. I've been around that mindset. I don't think I ever got directly to I'm going to take it out on women, but I definitely got into nice guys finish last, and this makes me sad. Here's the trick, and it's kind of a self-defeating thing, but turns out if you just don't have that mindset, things are so much better for you with regards to relations with women. Like, if you are the kind of person who's like an incel, or who is having trouble like getting women to pay attention to you, or you feel like, women are only going for the bad boys and stuff like that, like, toxic as fuck, drop that. And if you drop that and just start treating women like people and being respectful, it turns out they start to take another look at you. They start to engage with you pretty differently. Like, all the people who are like, oh, I could never get with all these like women. Oh, I want to have, sex with my penis. I couldn't think of another way to say it. You can go do that by being a good person and respecting women and boundaries. And as an adult, you can join groups and communities. Like, all of that happens once you drop the weird pretense of like, I hate women and women are sexual objects. And I know that just sounds so obvious to everyone who is a woman and everyone who understands this, but it's genuinely a difficult concept to internalize when you are like a beaten down young boy who feels like the world is against you, which is not true, but what you feel is more important than truth. Because, and this is true, feelings matter more than facts, no matter what anyone says. 100% feelings matter more than facts, because all decision making is based off of vibes, and vibes are driven by feeling, with a little bit of fact thrown in maybe sometimes. Hey, Thomas Stevens says, I have a son, so I'll have to go keep him from getting to the manosphere. Yeah, I mean, it can be really difficult sometimes, but it's like truly, truly important to make sure that they feel heard and cared about. Like, these boys turn to the manosphere for two reasons. One is they don't have anyone else in their life that is saying words that make them feel good. And sometimes when you are a young person, you need someone else to be giving you those words, because you truly just don't have the experience to come up with those words yourself. Which is to say, like, you don't have the life experience yet to navigate difficult situations. And so having an authority figure talking you through stuff in a way that makes sense, whether or not it's good, it's not about good or bad, it's about making sense and feeling heard and feeling understood. If you don't have those things, you're going to find them. And Andrew Tate offers that. So you need to give them a space to be heard, understood, regardless of whatever. The other reason is because their friends don't have that. And then their friends start falling into that pipeline. And then their friends, once they reach a critical mass, all of them have a shared topic that they like, which is this guy. And so then there's peer pressure to join in on that. And if you don't, they're taught to push back on anyone who doesn't subscribe to that ideology, bringing them further in. So there's that hook through social peer pressure, and there's the hook through personal self-doubt not being managed by an other authority figure. It's really fucking dangerous, and it's so hard to navigate. But it's so worth getting out. Anybody who can hear me, I doubt that there's anyone who can hear me right now who's in that space. But if you're in that space, believe me when I say it can get better. You can change the way that you interact with people, and you can change the way that you see the world to be so much less hateful. So that's that. Thumbs up. Dev starts a course where he yells at you to respect women while making you do push-ups. Honestly, why not? Like a boot camp. Like I could be like a respect women drill sergeant. Pipeline of broken boys. Does seem like a pipeline. Is that turd back allowed? Is that turd allowed back in the States now? Yeah. So Stencil guy. Yeah. Andrew Tate just like last night flew to Florida. So breaking: local man only drinks respect women juice. Although I like that it just says, I drink respect. What's up? Respect would be a really good name for an energy drink. That'd be a really good name for an energy drink. Drink respect. Also, yeah, big stretch. That was good. That was good. Well done, Flynn. Zoom meeting is done. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing. But respect women. Also. Time to add text scrolling. That's a good idea, actually. I'm going to write that down. Scrolling on Chirons. Okay, thank you. Good idea. I doubled up on the braking, my bad. Yeah, I should probably have it just like remove if somebody tries to put braking in the front, but that's okay. Respect to be the polar opposite of prime. Drink respect. Every bottle sold, $1 is put towards no tax on tits. Circle. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back to my tax plan. We're back to my presidential tax plan of no tax on tits because we respect women. Okay. Andrew Tate stuff. Okay. The next thing is Elon Musk is the president, and we know this, right? Like we've known this. But Elon cabinet meeting. So Elon was recently like leading a cabinet meeting on behalf of Trump, which is crazy. Look at this picture. I'm trying to find a better picture. Okay. Zoom and show. So if you look at this picture, this is a picture of the cabinet meeting. That is Musk standing up in a room with all of the cabinet members sitting down. You can, like, not pictured here. Trump off to the side is also sitting down along with them, just being quiet and letting Musk run the meeting. And Musk, like, straight up ran this fucking meeting with all these people sitting around looking up to him. That's crazy. Like, I can understand the argument from the right when people say, you know, nobody voted for Musk. I don't think that's a good argument. I don't think that nobody voted for Musk is a good argument because they don't care. Like, these people voted for a guy who wants to be a dictator. They don't care about the democracy of it all. They truly don't. That's not even like trying to be a hot take. That's just their stated goal is to have him be an emperor. They would prefer that. Which is why, like, making arguments about, like, this is bad for democracy, or they're usurping, they're destroying our democracy, they don't care. They want that. At least the MAGA base does. Not all Republicans necessarily want that, but the MAGA base, which essentially owns the Republican Party at this point, does want that. So I don't think that the nobody voted for Musk argument makes sense because, like, Trump loudly was like, I'm going to put Musk on all this stuff, and they all voted for him. So they kind of did. But there's a big difference between I'm putting him in charge of fake agencies, which is still shitty, and he is the acting president. Like, he is the one making decisions. And, like, we know this was going to be a thing because we know that Trump is incompetent. Like, we know that he can't function. Like, truly, in the truest sense of the term, incompetent. The man is not functional. He can barely string words together. He doesn't know anything about anything. He's a moron. He can't read. All he knows is grifting. He's a lifelong con man. And again, this isn't a hot take. This is like an understood, well-documented thing that he's a lifelong con man. And that's all he knows is lying. So he needs other people, which is why they've been so effective. It's not like he's making all the decisions that are awful. He doesn't know the decisions that are happening. In fact, like, half the time that he's asked about decisions that were made, he's like, oh, I don't know about that. I'll have to look into it. Or he just says words that don't make any sense and just shrugs it off and doesn't have anything to say. Because he doesn't know what's going on. Because the people like Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, Elon Musk, they are the ones who are actually doing everything. And so that's the scary part, is that the person who is the president is 100% a figurehead, a puppet. And as long as he is there, we are going to see a rapidly increasing rate of intentionally bad decision making. Because you don't reach the level of Stephen Miller, Elon Musk, all of them, without having either a horrific view of humanity or a lot of international baggage. Intelligence agencies that you owe. And they're doing that. They are enriching, they are giving back, they're giving kickbacks. I mean, it just came out like today, I think, or last night, that Verizon was supposed to get a contract to improve air traffic control stuff, and that's now on the rocks and possibly going to Starlink instead. Like, it's so blatant. But to be clear, again, it's a blatant, obviously dumb thing that the people who voted for are perfectly fine with and want. They want more power aggregated into the hands of Elon Musk and Donald Trump because they've been convinced that these guys are where they are because they are amazing and the best at what they do, because they hear that and they have no interest in confirming that. Mostly because people don't tend to have enough free time to get into all of this. As a reminder, like me talking about this, everyone who is here, you are all far and away beyond the average voter in terms of information. You are so far and beyond the average voter. The fact that you know that Elon Musk is in the White House is probably far and beyond the average voter. Like, people do not pay attention. The vote comes around, they see, like, let me put it this way. You know how you see those signs for candidates? And you're like, why the fuck do they put these signs everywhere? Who's gonna vote for a candidate based on a sign? Enough people to have signs vote for candidates based on a sign, which is why they do that. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about how much people are paying attention and how much people actually know about how the government works. Like, we're seeing so many instances of people like cheering on the just destruction, the firings, the everything, and the mistreatment of federal workers. And it makes me sad because, like, Reagan broke everyone's brains. Like, federal workers are not, I think everybody thinks of federal worker and they think of the DMV, right? They think of the post office that they have to go deal with, where the person working the post office is like lazy. And so they think that that's all federal workers, when in reality, those people are overworked or told to work slowly. And the vast majority of federal workers are just workers. Like, there are so many jobs in the federal government that are just normal fucking jobs. Research, construction, infrastructure, IT, accounting. Like, all of these are just normal fucking jobs that you have to do your job at. And they have bosses and performance evaluations and systems in place to prevent people from not doing anything and just collecting a paycheck. And there's this weird, like, we've gone so deep into the Reagan rhetoric of the welfare queen, to the point that we've combined people on SNAP, which is food stamps, people who collect Social Security, people who get disability, people who get unemployment benefits, and government workers all fall into this bucket of people who are undeserving leeches, which is insane, because that's like 60% of America. Like, what? And, like, never mind that it's not leeches. Again, like, the federal government payroll is a tiny percentage of the total federal budget. You could fire every single federal employee, every single senator, every single congressperson, the president, all of their staff. You could fire every worker and barely make a dent in the national budget. So, like, it's cynical, it's gross, and it entirely comes from a place of manufactured consent. They have spent decades telling people to hate government workers because they're stealing your money. You know, you're getting taxed and that's paying the government workers, and that's the problem. Not you're being taxed and it's going to the DOD, who can't account for where the money is going, and also we're bombing tons of people in Gaza, which is where it's actually being wasted. So, yikes-a-roni. Thirsty. Pardon me one moment. Just gonna throw the dog on the screen real quick. Going to adjust a fan real quick. Have it blow at me. I'm a little warm. I don't have pants on. You're not seeing, these are not pants. Although I do, my socks have milk and cookies on them. So, that's good. God, look at that boy. Look at that boy. That's a good boy. Good boy right there. Ugh, my hand sanitizer just came all in my wall. Okay. Love the rug. Thank you. Chat actually picked it out last year, which is pretty cool. If those aren't some pants, that's some really weird leg hair. It is. It's entirely leg hair. I'm a very hairy boy. Look, I'm never going to beat these no pants allegations. God damn it. Beautiful footage right there. Hot singles in your area need fans adjusted. Look, I'm just setting up my OnlyFans. What can I say? It's two shirts stitched together in a very weird way. I'm still mad that pants are considered multiple things. Right? Like it's plural. It's not a single pant. But pant leg is singular. You would think it'd be pants leg, but pant leg. I'm mad about this. This is injustice. Getting cozy. The English language is weird. Look, I hate the English language. I'm gonna stop speaking it. Florgerberg, Hergdergel, Mergurgle, for Kurgle, Lemurgle, Tingaburgle, Burger. Do you know any other language? Yes. I speak for the trees. I don't. I know a tiny bit of French. I should know more French, but I don't. I took like 8 years of French, and I don't remember fucking shit. Parlez-vous français? La bibliothèque. Nope, that's wrong. That's Spanish. Whatever. I took a lot of years of French and retained none of it because I don't think that my brain operates in a way that language taught in a school can be learned. I think I would have to be immersed to actually learn the language. I was so bad at school. I don't retain information that was told to me. I retain things that I've practically done. I'm a kinesthetic learner, I guess. If that's still a thing, is that a thing that was ever like true? The like visual, audio, auditory, and kinesthetic learner like archetypes. If those are real, I'm a kinesthetic learner. Like I have to do stuff. If I ever get a new piece of software, right? I will basically ignore all tutorials and just jump in and just try to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. And that is how I have learned most things. I got into producing music for a while by just getting a digital audio workspace and throwing myself at it until I figured out how to make good sounding things. I figured out how to do video editing and whatnot by just getting video editors and forcing myself to figure it out. Like I don't bother with tutorials, and it's the same for like programming. I've always just been like, I want to make this thing happen. How can I do that? And I just like figure out how to do it. And I started that at a very early age and just kind of kept doing it. So people will ask me like, what's a good programming book to like read to learn? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I've read exactly 0 programming books. And it's the thing that I do more than anything in my life. And it's a thing that has brought me a lot of like success and unlocked a lot of doors. So like, I don't know. And I also accept that there are many ways to learn stuff, but I'm the wrong person to ask for books on things. Let's see. Bibliothèque is indeed French. I'm pretty sure I was just thinking of the community line, the Donde está la biblioteca? I think I was thinking of that. And that's why I said it wasn't French, because that's Spanish. but same language. French and Spanish, same thing. French, Spanish, Latin, Cantonese, Mandarin, Gaelic. It's all the same language. They all use sounds produced from your mouth. So, like, I don't see how linguistically they're any different. It's all grunts. It's all noises. It's all just like noises and sounds. Towson says, I've studied like 8 languages, retained so little of it. I've always wanted to learn Latin, just to be that guy that knows Latin. And then I realized that I don't think I ever want to put in that much effort for the bit. Like, I would love to learn Latin. That would be cool. I have so many other things that I need to do that aren't learning a dead language that I should probably be doing. So I'm going to do that instead. But I maintain that if I had infinite time, learning Latin for the bit would be a wonderful, wonderful joy. Got to have a good teacher for it. Well, thankfully I've got Flynn, and he is fluent. Man isn't committed to the bit. That is like the one bit that I've not yet committed to. I commit to the bit, but there are some bits that are not worth committing to. And I feel terrible having to say that, but it's true. It's a difficult bit of life advice. That as much as it's great to commit to the bit, there are some bits that are not worth committing to. Largely because I only wanted to learn Latin because I was watching Lost, and the others in Lost speak Latin to each other. And like that was why. Which is not a good enough reason to learn Latin. I learned Latin for choir, not for the bit. Towson says, I opted into Latin for my final subjects in high school. It was great. Maybe I should learn Latin. Lost traumatized me as a kid. Yeah, there's some spooky parts, especially early on. Bits make bites, commit to the bite. No, get out of here. Get out of here. Be gone. Bad joke. Good lord. Choir kids, we sing good. I was in choir. I was in chorus, not choir. I wasn't good enough for choir. What kind of vibes we want? Jangly, tavern, digital, ambient, synthwave? How are we feeling? Synthwave, ambient, jangly, digital, tavern? What do we want? I'm a man of the people. This is a democracy today, and today only. Tavern? All right, Ratty Paws was first. We're going to go with tavern. Did y'all have, is madrigals a thing outside of the school that I went to? Is madrigals a thing? And Ratty Paws, I can hydrate. The fuck did you just say? Okay. Yeah, it's a thing. Madrigals are totally a thing. I don't really know what it is. I just know... Oh no. What is... Go away. Sorry, everything just broke. Madrigals was it was like the super high-end choir, and you had to like wear a jester's outfit while singing. I don't exactly know what their whole deal was, but that was a thing that all the best singer people were in my high school. Oh my god, yes, I went to one of these for my nieces. I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was Encanto related because of the whole family madrigal. Yeah, it's just like, it's just fancy choir songs, and they're all wearing, like, Renaissance outfits. So I don't exactly know what that's all about. I took jazz choir, madrigal choir, and operatic choir. Ooh. Speaking of jazz, you know what's a good movie? I don't know why I just thought about this, but Whiplash is a good movie, and you should watch Whiplash if you haven't. If you like J.K. Simmons and you haven't watched Whiplash, you fucked up. You fucked up so bad. You've made such a mistake. You've made such a mistake. Go watch Whiplash. It's a movie about jazz. It's a movie about a jazz drummer and his really, really toxic mentor figure played by J.K. Simmons. And I will warn you, it's really intense and kind of a mixed emotion ending, but it's extraordinarily good. It's so good. Just be sure you get the right takeaway, because I don't want to spoil the movie, but there are a lot of young men especially who like don't know what the hell they just watched and get the absolute wrong takeaway, and it's not wonderful. Ugh. Oh, we're getting cozy. We're getting cozy. There it is. Okay. We got a cozy boy. Let's zoom in on the cozy boy, shall we? Shrink that down. Do one of those. Oh, cozy boy. Can we get some hype in chat for the cozy boy? Enhance. Can I? Let's see. Filters. Add effect. Sharpen. Oh, way too sharp. Oh no. Oh, too sharp. Oh no. We don't like that. Let's see. Add effect. Background removal? Nope, that just didn't work at all. I just didn't do anything. Fine. All right, let's just do this. There we go. How's that? Is that good? Is that helpful? Does that help? Very dizzying. All right, I'm done with that. I'm done with that forever. Scrolling boy. That's great. Good. Gonna barf. I'm here to make sure that everybody takes their motion sickness medication. All right. So let's see what else is on my list of things to talk about. Celebrity deaths. So multiple celebrities are killed, and it is because of death. Well, that's a This is I open up. This fucking face. Oh my god. This is what I opened up the Associated Press to. Oh, very, very good. Let's get this a little wider. Oh my god, that is funny. Get this off to the side. Okay. So... Oh, good. 25% tariffs on goods will kick back in. Wonderful. Great. But we got, Gene Hackman, his wife, and their dog were all found dead, which is wild. And at the same time, what's her name? Who else was it that died? Someone else died. Michelle Trachtenberg. Is there? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So she also died at 39, which is very sad. And we don't really know what happened. Police responded to a 911 call shortly after 8 a.m. at a 51-story luxury apartment tower in Manhattan's Hell's Kitchen neighborhood, where officers found her unconscious and unresponsive. So not sure what's going on there. But privacy is requested. So I guess I won't dig in deeper. Yeah, super wild. Benzos. I don't know anything about her, but it's really unfortunate how many people are ODing. It's sad because it's like, I don't know. It's always the younger stars who basically never knew a normal life, and then they just self-medicate until they die, and it's just sad. Hello, Charmy Wow and Magic Snifu. Welcome. Thank you both for the follows. All right, I'm gonna just get through the rest of my topics real quick because I don't want to just sit here and be and bummer post this whole time. You might have heard yesterday there was a big resignation from a bunch of people. Yesterday or 2 days ago, there was a resignation from a bunch of people on Doge. There was like 20 or 21 people resigned from Doge. With a letter that basically said, we're not going to dismantle democracy for Elon Musk, which is like, that's cool. It would be cooler if they were people who were originally like signing on for that mission and then realized like this is dumb. But it was, I believe, almost entirely people who were USDS employees before USDS became Doge. So USDS was a thing, the United States Digital Services. It was an office that was put together to essentially fix the healthcare.gov website when that first went out. It was like people were not able to use healthcare.gov because it was so busted. And so the government was like, what if we hired competent developers to fix this? And so they did that. And so we had a department called the USDS that had people who like actually knew how to do programming and launch products. And they made healthcare.gov work. And then they also made the free filing option for the IRS to like freely digitally file directly with the government. And then they just rebranded USDS as Doge, and then now those people have left. So there's that, and that's right on the heels of Doge having sent out that email to all the government employees saying, send us 5 things you did last week, and various heads of organizations that are Trump appointees were like, don't reply to this fucking email. Like, just don't do that. Because 1, why? 2, what? 3, it was sent on a Saturday and the deadline was Monday. So if you were a government employee who didn't specifically check your email on the weekend to reply to a random email from Elon Musk, then you would be fired according to a thing that Musk posted on Twitter, but was not in the email or officially posted anywhere else. And then when Trump was asked about this, because again, Trump doesn't know what the fuck is going on. When he was asked what's going to happen to people who don't reply to the email, his response was, well, I guess they'll be fired. I guess. And then he's like, well, they'll be fired or sort of semi-fired. You are the person in charge of a country, and you're going to say, oh, I don't know. Yeah, we sent an email to every single federal worker, which is over 2 million of the people in my country. I don't know what's going to happen if they don't reply, and maybe they'll be semi-fired. I don't know what that means, and I'm not going to elaborate. But whatever. So, like, it's, it would be more I would be more excited about all of this if people who actually wanted to do something to help the government realized that Doge was doing stupid shit and left to go whistleblow on that. But unfortunately, it was the adults in the room that decided to leave. And so now we've just got Big Balls out there, 19-year-old hacker with his treasury tap. Yeah. The last thing I had on here is just that RFK at that cabinet meeting that was being led by Musk said that the measles outbreak that's going on right now is not out of the ordinary. A kid recently died from the measles in America because he was unvaccinated and got it during an outbreak. There's a massive outbreak happening right now, I believe in Texas, and RFK was like, oh, it's normal. He also canceled the meeting with like top medical advisors to discuss how to, or what the concoction for the flu shot this year should be. So like they were getting together. There was like a board of doctors that were getting together to discuss the composition of the next flu shot, and RFK was like, no, don't have that meeting. So now they're just like, okay, what are we gonna do about the flu shot then? So go get your flu shot now if you can, and get all your medicine now if you can. Breaking: brainworm states measles are fine. This is totally fine and normal. Don't worry about it. RFK wants to take away my SSRIs. Yeah, RFK wants to investigate SSRIs and antipsychotics, which is psychotic. I hope he dies. Well, I hope all of them do. But can we not play with the lives of my countrymen? I would appreciate that.
Pray!
If we could simply not fuck with everyone's stability and future and medication and food and shelter and stability and safety. That would be cool. That'd be pretty cool. But instead, we've got... I have no idea. Like every single department head that's been appointed is like the worst possible choice. Like we've got RFK in charge of health. We've got Tulsi Gabbard in charge of intelligence. We've got fucking Kash Patel in charge of the FBI, a man who said that he specifically wants to dismantle the FBI. And I'm not against fucking up the FBI. But the problem is that the person that they put in charge of it wants to fuck up the FBI and use it to go after political enemies. Like those are his stated goals. Same with the DOJ. Like our Attorney General is like, I want to go after political enemies. And also, I'm going to root out anti-Christian sentiment from this country. Like, I'm cool with fucking up some of our busted institutions. I'm not cool with fucking up the institutions to solidify yourself as the one in power and then use that power to stomp all over the little people. How's Dev in spite of everything? Shockingly good. Shockingly okay. So I met with my... I have a therapist and a psychiatrist, right? My therapist is who I do a lot of my actual like work with, and my psychiatrist is who gets me my prescriptions. I met with my psychiatrist recently, and I told her, like, I'm actually doing pretty well, all things considered. Like, obviously, I'm not happy with what's going on. Obviously, like things in the world are really bad right now. But me personally, my general moment-to-moment mood is pretty good. And she was like, I'm really glad to hear that, because every single one of my patients is struggling intensely right now. And I'm like, yeah, I bet. Like, I super bet. That makes absolute sense. But I think I had a very well-timed Mentee B last year around October. So I kind of like went through my Mentee B and focused a lot on recovering, and came out right before the inauguration feeling pretty good. So I'm still kind of riding that rest, and I'm trying to use the fact that I'm doing kind of okay to be a bit of a shield for those who are not, if I can. So that's what I'm trying to do in general. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. At this juncture, I would rather the FBI fuck them up instead. I really want to just see... I would really like to see the FBI and CIA's bullshit exposed. Like the just intense amount of gaslighting to the American public about what they do. That'd be nice. At the same time, I don't want the person in charge of the like top law enforcement agency to have grudges against people and like be very loud and proud of those grudges. That is not who I want there. Mentee B, are they related to Cardi? Man, my Mentee B would absolutely go triple platinum. Get the Mentee Bs out before the psychiatric appointments. Absolutely. Cyclic Buffer says, chat, what are we referring to? Mental break? Yeah, a mental breakdown. Mentee B, mental breakdown. I basically, around October of last year, like, things were getting so toxic in the run-up to the election. And there was a massive increase in bots as well. And I want to actually talk about this because we were just talking about RFK. I saw so much RFK astroturfing in the run-up to the election. So many accounts that were so pro RFK. I was getting so many comments on all of my videos saying that RFK is who's going to save us. RFK is so great. I would go live and I would get people in my live chat being like, yeah, that's why I'm voting RFK. And I'd be like, what? And I would say, like, you know, he's a loud anti-vaxxer and wants to flatten Gaza. Because people who would have, like, Palestinian flags in their fucking username would be like, yay, RFK! And it's like, no! He stands against what you want. What are you talking about? But it was effective. Now, obviously, RFK dropped out and, like, didn't get a significant portion of the vote. So it's not like RFK voters ruined this for us or anything. Even if everyone who voted RFK and the dumb bitch that goes away every time, I can't remember her name, if everybody who voted for them voted for, like, Harris instead, it wouldn't really have mattered. But the amount of astroturfing, the amount of bots that I'm fairly certain were bots that were pushing pro RFK crap in my comments that would vehemently deny anyone who was like, he's very obviously an anti-vaxxer, loudly an anti-vaxxer. They would just rampantly deny that. The second that he stopped running and, like, folded into Trump's campaign, gone. No one was talking about RFK, not a fucking peep about RFK. And all of the sentiment was against RFK as he was being considered for HHS. And suddenly everyone was like, oh yeah, he's totally an anti-vaxxer. Where did all the support go? It just immediately evaporated. And I'm fairly certain that it's because they were all bots. I'm like 90% sure. There were a handful of creators who were absolutely on payroll, who were being 100% paid to, like, host those town halls and talk about how RFK is so great and gloss over all the very obvious bad things about him. And there was this, like, story being told about RFK having immense success on TikTok by engaging with people directly on lives and, like, really speaking to them and really getting across what hearing what people wanted to have done in our government. And gone without a fucking trace. The second that it's what I just remember getting all of those comments, and any time that I would try to remotely be like, hey, so you can just really easily Google RFK anti-vax and learn that he is the founder and board member of a directly anti-vax organization. He is overtly anti-vax. And they'd be like, no, you're lying. And that stopped. That pushback stopped. The unsolicited comments about him stopped overnight. So, I don't know. But yeah, around October of last year, between all of the just toxicity, all of the just anger, there were so many people calling each other out. Creators were coming under fire for saying the simplest things, like, you know, saying you should vote. People were being, like, canceled for saying that by just the angriest people who have no idea how any of our government works. And I was like, I just don't want to be a part of this. Like, I can't fucking deal with this. And I had, like, 6 other really difficult things going on in my life at the time, so I decided to step away. So yeah, I was gone between, like, October and January-ish, and really focusing on just rest and recovery, and I am so much happier for it. I'm very glad that I did. He's a hypocrite because he's had all the vax pushed for theirs are vax. Oh, yeah. He's an absolute hypocrite. He doesn't want the general public getting vaccinated. Yeah. He is, I mean, yeah, he's straight up an anti-vaxxer. There's just no, there's no question whatsoever. Hello, Sola. What's up? Welcome in. And hello, Real Crazy Sanity. Or are you just saying, hey, you're back? Regardless, hi. I'm going to vaccinate even harder. I actually wonder, I genuinely am curious. There is research going on into a more, a strong or solid foundation for inhaled vaccinations. So there are vaccinations that basically, like Flonase, like the thing that you like spray into your nose and just like inhale. They're making vaccines that kind of work like that. This is a thing already, but they're trying to make it more widely available and applicable. So in just a few years, it very well could be the case that like you go in to get your flu vaccine, and instead of a shot, they just like give you a little thing and they just say like inhale this, and that's it. And what I truly wonder, what I truly genuinely wonder, is if that becomes a thing, and that becomes the like normal like standard approach for vaccines, if we would watch the anti-vax movement just fucking dry up. Because I am still convinced, or rather I should say I have not been not convinced, that the anti-vax movement is just built on top of people who are afraid of needles and just don't want to get a vaccine. At least a good portion of it. The people who glob on, like using them to justify their reasoning for not getting vaccines and thus legitimizing the people who truly believe the anti-vax rhetoric, that contingent of people who are just people who are like, I don't want to get a needle poke. I wonder if they would start getting their vaccines. If it's because I've talked to people. I've been in excuse me. I've been in an office that did an annual like free flu shot drive, right? Like it was in the office's best interest to have their employees vaccinated against the flu to reduce the number of times the flu comes into the office. So like they would do a yearly vaccine drive of just like, here's a free, like you come to work and you can just put your name on a list and there's a nurse who's just administering flu shots. And there were people in my office who straight up said like, I don't want to get a flu shot. I don't like needles, or like, I don't like getting shots. And it's like, okay. I can't tell you that you're wrong. I can't tell you that you are out of line for making a choice on what you're doing with your body. I can tell you that you are a fucking adult. I can tell you that this is a free option to help yourself and those around you not get sick. And the exchange is a momentary prick of pain that lasts maybe 2 seconds. And then maybe some soreness in your arm. And like the wildest part is that these same people which will pretend to be like rugged individualists. And it's like, what's going to happen if you stub your toe? Like if a vaccine is too much pain for you to handle, what's going to happen when you stub your toe? Are you going to fucking die? And I understand there are people who have legitimate phobias, like needle phobias. And that I can 100% understand. People have phobias. People are afraid of things. But if you're just like, I don't want to deal with the poke, like, I don't know. I don't like blaming the individual for like health policy failures. But also I do believe that if you're going to bill yourself as like an individual, like a rugged individualist or whatever, or you're going to like try to claim that you are like a full ass adult, like you should be able to get a vaccine. You just should, you know? But hopefully if the inhaling vaccine thing becomes a thing, the people who are currently avoiding vaccines because needle will be more open to getting a vaccine because no needle. But there's just going to be people who won't do something for just like the stupidest reasons that are like, grow the fuck up. For example, I got a comment on my vasectomy video. And in the video, I said that like you might have to wait like a week before you ejaculate after the procedure for like safety purposes. And I got a comment from somebody being like, a week? I can't wait that long. This procedure is obviously not for someone with a high libido. Are you genuinely making the argument that you won't do a cheap, safe, effective, quick, and virtually painless procedure to prevent life-threatening complications and like legally threatening complications for your partner because you can't wait a week? A single week. What? Like, I don't understand how someone can have that mindset. And like, yeah, like porn addicts, like there's no way this person is just like, is a normal person in a normal relationship. They are probably a person who has some serious problems with like regulating all of their emotions using masturbation. But like, it's 7 days and you get operated on. You don't want to go for it for a week. Like, I remember afterwards, I was like, well, you know, normally I would be all about this right now. But the idea of motion in that area sounds pretty bad right now. It's not a problem. But yeah, like the people will come up with reasons to just not do things that are mind-bogglingly childish. Like, have some sense of self-restraint. Breathing in a vaccine instead of getting a shot would be cool, says Triple Win 501. Absolutely, 100%. I am a proponent of vaccines. I'm not a proponent of like injecting yourself with needles for the fun of it. I'm not going to sit here and say that getting a vaccine is the most pleasant experience in the world. It fucking sucks, and I put it off too. I will wait until there is a time that's like I feel like I'm going to be okay if I can't use my arms to their full extent for a little bit. Right? Like, I'll go get my vaccine now because my arm's going to be sore for a little bit afterwards. Or, like, I'm going to be tired the next day if it's, like, a pretty potent one. I understand. It sucks. It's not wonderful. But the benefits are so significant. And the more people that we can get any kind of just we need to reach the, I forget what the term is. There's, like, a term for the level that you have to reach in a crowd of people being vaccinated to be functionally immune as a society. There's like a certain percentage of people, the herd immunity, thank you, that you have to reach. Because there are people who can't get the vaccine for medical reasons, because of the phobias we discussed, for all sorts of reasons. So people who can get vaccines absolutely should, because once enough people do get immunized versus something, the chances of infecting person to person becomes so low that the people who are not vaccinated for reasons that are like, I can't be vaccinated, they're safe. And that's on all of us to do. That's what a society does, is help other people in the society be safe. Immunocompromised people are real. They're very, very real. They're so incredibly real, and they are valid people. Again, like last time I was rambling and ranting about how disability is a function of capitalism and how like that's an insane concept to consider people who are disabled to be worthless. Like, they're only quote unquote worthless because we've built a system for our society to be founded on in which things are assigned worth based on the system. And the system says people who don't fit this ideal are worth less and therefore get a label. So it's a completely human invented concept. And like immunocompromised people are not less valuable by like any means. They are people who are offering just as much as anyone else, just in a different way. So like it's on everyone to do what they can for the betterment of society. And if you are a person who can get vaccines, getting vaccinated to help those people who can't is very, very noble. Sylvie would like me to take a sip of water. I would also like to take a sip of water. You know what I'm proud of? This number. I'm proud of this number. I have only dropped the pen once. And I've been streaming for hour and 45 minutes. I'm amazing. That was not fucking planned. Praise! I'm getting a phone call. I need to take this call, actually. So I will be right back.
Amazing.
Don't touch that dial. Okay, everything's fine. My mom butt dialed me. So, but yeah, my mom was calling, and if that happens, I don't like not picking it up because it doesn't happen very frequently. So, picked it up. My mom was like, "I think I butt dialed you." So everything's fine. Apparently, butt dialing is still a thing, I guess. Although it's more of like an accidentally tapped dial. I did get a significant butt dial, an SBD recently, from a friend of mine who, I don't know how he managed this, but he butt dialed me and left an hour-long voicemail. So I woke up to an hour of just the ambient recording of him and his wife one night. They were like cooking dinner and just like talking about work. Where's my pen? Found it. I need to call my mom more. I probably should also do that. I need to call people ever. I was watching. I started watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and one, much better than I expected it to be. But two, they pretty early on, there's a gag in which one of the characters gets like reprimanded by his therapist for having not called anyone that week. She's like, "That's so sad," and I'm like, ooh, don't look at me. An hour of friends cozy time. It was creepy though. Like I deleted it. Like once I realized what was going on, I was like, I don't like this, and I deleted it because it was a little weird. Right-wingers want everyone to hate it. Hate what? What are we hating? Oh, okay, but is this no tax on titties? Don't touch that dial. Is this dial touching a tax write-off? Don't touch that dial. If you touch that dial, then there will be tax on titties. If you call me something that can be a text, I will be incensed. I just don't want to be on a synchronous phone call. I don't. I straight up do not. I don't want to. Excuse me. I don't like being. I don't like being beholden to a serial conversation, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Because it's just like not how I function with communication. I have to have multiple things going on. So like my brother and I have always done this our whole life. Like if we're on the phone, we'll be like walking. We'll like pace around the house, just like walking and like messing with things. Because like otherwise I can't just be on the phone focusing and listening. I can't. Yeah, it ruins me. it'll drastically reduce the duration of the phone call. The dial is an ADHD stim toy. I mean, no, that's what the pen is, frankly. I prefer to not be perceived in real time. That's the other thing, is like, I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty funny that we had an era where direct synchronous communication became the norm. For a long time, we had, you know, either the people who you were talking to in person and then people who you sent letters to. And you would hear back from them like over the course of weeks. And then we had the telephone. And people were like, oh, cool. Okay. So I call, you answer, and we talk. Great. That's cool. And then we got texting, and nobody wants to do phone calls anymore. But then texting kind of had this notion of like, oh, well, you're kind of on the hook to reply. But now, who the fuck replies to a text message? On time, at least. So like now, we're basically back to letter writing. Like you got the people around you, and you maybe got your like group chat, right? Which is like more of the, and that's the digital equivalent of the people who are around town with you. And then you've got the people that you text, and they get back to you eventually. But if you think about it, when you send a text, you're essentially just putting a little message on a tiny little digital horse courier who's going to gallop across the information superhighway and deliver it for you. And I think that's just lovely. And I think that we should all start considering text messages to be like letter writing, like pen pals. And we should all be formatting our texts as such. So it should be like, my dearest Ash the cat girl, how fare you these days? All is well in the kingdom of the Flynn. He doth curl up in him's bed and is snug. It has been but a fortnight since I played Fortnite. Fare thee well. Signed, Baron Endeavorance, King of Queens. Paul Blart, Mall Cop. So, that was my letter. I just sent it as a telegram. I mean, we literally have an app called Telegram now. Like, it's we're full circle. We've gone full circle. That's all I got to say about that. MTMTM637 has followed the stream. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. I'm going to go pee in a toilet. And then when I get back, we're going to play a video game. I don't know what video game, but it might be one of Balatro, Palia, or Vampire Survivors. I'm sort of leaning Vampire Survivors. We'll see. But I'm going to be right back. Don't touch that dial. Again. And this might be a slightly longer be right back, because I'm also going to make myself a caffeinated beverage. So give me like 5-ish minutes. I'm gonna start a new playlist before I go, because we're about to run out. So gonna do that. Here we go. If I come back and y'all have touched the dial, I'm gonna go on a warpath.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda to me.
Did you touch that dial? Did you touch that dial? Come on now. Hey everyone, I'm back. Hope you're doing well. So, I am excited to show you bread. Can we get some hype in chat for bread? Holy shit. Did y'all, like, did you know? Did you have any idea? This whole time? And, like, that's cool. Pray! You know? Oh. This is genuinely really good fucking bread, too. Yeah, I got a bread machine. And it kicks ass. I used it for the first time last night. Pardon me. God, that's really fucking tasty. I used it for the first time last night. I knew this is how they worked, but I wasn't really ready for it. You just dump the ingredients in and hit go. And 2 hours later, a loaf of bread came out, which is crazy. Like, I cannot. I know. If you have had a bread machine, this is probably like you had to doy. Like it. I cannot overstate just how much it is no effort. Like you. I quite literally just read off the amounts of things to put in it, and just like dumped in the yeast, dumped in the flour, dumped in some salt, some sugar, whatever, and then put, like, you don't even mix. You don't. It does all of the mixing and all of the kneading and all of the rising and all of the baking. You just dump it in, put it in there, and hit fucking go. And then it makes bread happen. Hello, OKish AF. What's up? Let me get a shout out. Yeah, so it's neat. It has like a whole bunch of different settings. I did the like super quick mode, so I'm curious to see what the normal mode is. It's got like the first two options are just like basic ass bread and basic ass bread but faster. And I don't know what the difference is. I'm assuming that the basic ass bread but faster just cooks at a higher temperature. So like it was a little bit a little doughy in the middle. I'm thinking that if I did the normal mode, normal difficulty, it'd probably be more thoroughly cooked. But it came out tasty. It cut off a scam. Yeah, just a scam. Y'all need to stop putting braking in the front. The braking is built in. I need to just fix that up. I want to do the scrolly thing. I like that idea. Anyway, get a bread machine. It fucking rules. I dump in some stuff and hit go, and then you get bread. And the house smelled amazing for the entire time. It took 2 hours. So I might do the 4-hour version today. We shall see. But it does other stuff too. Like I can do, it can just like make doughs for things. So like it has like a recipe for just like making a pizza dough. It has a recipe for cinnamon rolls, which is great, except for Flynn is already the perfect cinnamon roll. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to like playing around with it and doing more. I also got a kind that has a nut dispenser, which was my nickname in high school, and it's like a thing that you can put like roughage in, like if you want to put like oats or raisins or nuts or whatever, and while it's cooking, or like while it's kneading, it will like evenly spread them out so that you can get like nut breads or a raisin cinnamon swirl bread or something like that. So I want to try doing like a honey oat loaf and do the thing where it has like the oats on top. Like hell yeah. Massive slut for cinnamon rolls. I would have an affair with a cinnamon roll. I would have a tryst. Imagine dispensing nuts. Couldn't be me. Yeah, no. No one here dispenses nuts, let me tell you. I never thought to consider getting a bread machine thing until this sales pitch. You had me at smells good and pizza dough. If smells good and pizza dough are your like requirements for anything, I'm your guy. I actually really have a, I'll have to put this together in some shareable format. I have a very easy pizza dough recipe that I inherited from a friend of mine who used to do like homemade pizza every Friday. So I've got a very easy pizza dough recipe that I then like changed a little bit to work with. Have you ever had a grandma pizza? It's just like a sheet pan pizza, basically. So it's just like you take the dough, you spread it out onto a sheet pan, and then like cover it edge to edge with sauce, cheese, whatever toppings, throw it in the oven, take it out, and it's just a pan-shaped pizza. But it's really greasy. Like you put a shitload of oil down on the pan before spreading the dough out. So it's just like cooking in oil. So the dough absorbs a whole bunch of oil. It's like it's very good. It's very unhealthy. But if I can find the recipes that I was using for the dough and also the grandma pizza, the dough works for normal pizza. But if you don't specifically like have a pizza stone or a like a pizza pan, it is way easier to just do the grandma pizza. Sounds like a focaccia but pizza. Yeah, that's a really great description. It's like somewhere between a focaccia and a pizza, and it is delicious. And it makes a ton because it's like an entire sheet pan. So you just like how like you got a bunch of people, like here's a whole bunch of food, or you want a bunch of leftovers. Now you've got like a week's worth of pizza. It's quite great. You can do a lot with it too. Like you can just use it as your base and then just experiment with whatever toppings you want to do. You don't even have to put cheese and sauce. You can put whatever the fuck. You can just treat it like a focaccia if you want and just put like bell peppers and shit on it. I would love a recipe. We talked about doing pizzas at home, but I didn't want to buy the weird crust discs or tube dough. I have heard that store-bought pizza dough is good. I've heard that like if you want to do homemade pizza, that buying store-bought pizza dough is like perfectly fine. Like the fresh made kind, like if you have like a slightly health foodish store nearby that's got like, you know, the bakery and they just like sell the lumps of dough. I can't speak to the like Pillsbury kind, but the kind that's like, you know, made in store and then they just sell, that usually works well. Epic Failure says, you don't have to oil the shit out of it to do the pan pizza. You don't have to. It just makes it easier to spread and be a greasy, fucking nasty boy eating that pizza. But having an affair with the cinnamon stick dude on the Apple Jacks box, look. If you're going to come out with some cinnamon sticks, I'm already there. Pillsbury pizza dough is adequate. Fair. I remember what I was going to say. I should inform you all that we, in fact, have a recipe book for my community. Let me share this. So if you're not familiar, my community, it's my Discord server, but I say community because it's like so much more than just a Discord server. One of the things that we've got for our community is a dedicated wiki. And this has, one, just like all of our community information, but two, it's the home for lore, personal character lore, personal homepage sections of the wiki, but also a cookbook. So we've got a collected list of like recipes that people have brought. Oh, hey, like here's a pizza dough recipe that somebody else has already put in here. So you can head to wiki.astral.camp. I'll put that in chat now. Wiki.astral.camp. You don't even need to be a member of my Discord server to access this. If you are a member of my Discord server, you can log in just using your Discord account. Like you can just log in with Discord and then you can make edits to the wiki. If you're not a member of my Discord server, how dare you? But also you can just browse. So yeah, there's a whole list of recipes here. I believe I've got, Endeavorance's iced coffee. I think I also had did I put my biscuits and gravy in here? Easy sausage gravy. Perfect. Yeah. So I've got my Okay, Endeavorance's iced coffee drink. I was doing this like every day for a bit. In a shaker jar, 1 part cold brew, 1 part milk of choice, sweetened to taste with maple syrup, add in a cinnamon stick, fill it with ice, and shake that bitch. Strain it and garnish with a cinnamon stick. So it is delicious. I wouldn't say nutritious, but delicious. And yeah, it's just, if you have like a bottle of cold brew concentrate, you can just like make ridiculously tasty cinnamon coffee drinks at will. And then easy sausage gravy. This is my sausage gravy recipe, and it's fucking amazing, and it's so easy. A pound of loose sausage, a 1/3 cup of flour, and 3 cups of milk. Put the sausage in a pan and cook it. Don't drain the grease. Slowly mix in some of the flour until the grease all absorbs it. Add all the milk to the pan. Stir until it's gravy time. That's the recipe. Incredible sausage gravy. I also would say to kick it up like 47 notches, use ground chorizo instead of just ground breakfast sausage. Chorizo sausage gravy on biscuits, y'all. It's so good. It is like, it's I don't know when this happened, but it became my my Christmas morning ritual, is to make chorizo sausage gravy and biscuits. So yeah, there's the Astral Campgrounds wiki. It's a thing. It has a whole cookbook. And that's lovely. And you should join my Discord server because there's a lot more than just the wiki. I intend to actually do a video, like a full video, as like an intro to all the stuff that is available in my community. I've been waiting on doing that because I'm working with the staff to like make sure everything is ship shape and ready to go. But like, if you're not aware, there's a lot baked into my Discord. There's obviously this wiki is a thing that exists. There's also the lodge. If you go to lodge.camp, it doesn't look particularly impressive if you're not logged in. I'm not logged in on this browser, but this is a whole dedicated custom app for the community that has a whole bunch of functionality, including an entire game built into it. There is pros.astral.camp, which is a blogging platform. So anybody in my Discord, if they want up to like you can make an account and make up to 10 blogs. And it's just like a free, simple blogging platform just for whoever wants to use it. There's also, you've probably seen like trail.as links, trail.as, for example, trail.as/MWT, which is my Many Worlds Tavern coupon code link. Trail.as is a custom URL shortener, and anybody in my community has access to it for free, and you can make an unlimited number of shortened URLs. You can use a Discord bot command. You can just do /shorten in Discord, or you can manage all of your short links in the Lodge, the app that I was showing you from earlier. There's still more. Like, there's still more than that. There's so much stuff that has been built in to my community, and I'm really, really proud of it, and I really want more people to know about all of it. The thing is that it's just like, I need to actually sit down, make sure it's ready for everyone to like descend on all of the stuff, on all these features, and I need to like just make the video. So I'm gonna do like an orientation video that goes over all of this stuff and explains how to do all of it. There's your hydrate informal goblin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dev's Discord is becoming the Deviverse. You're not wrong, and I intend to do a whole lot more still. As I've said before, I'm working on a thing that's gonna get people a pretty cool option to use like some of my stream setup stuff in their streams. Like this chat widget that I've got is a custom chat widget that is built in with functionality into my Discord server as well. So if anybody in my community is also a streamer, they could eventually use this this chat widget, and I want to add more customization options to it. So I want to make it so that everybody can like fully customize how they appear in the chat, and then anybody who wants to use that chat widget can use it. And so you'll have a consistent identity on anyone who's using that chat widget. So all in due time. I have no no timelines for like releasing all of this, but it's stuff that I am actively working on, and it's really cool. It's really cool. Praise. Thank you, Overreacting, for the praises. And you'll notice that Overreacting's avatar is in that notification, because again, that's the integrations between my Discord server and the chat and the notification system. Like, all of it is connected, all of it talks to each other, and it's all automated, which is very cool. And I'm building it intentionally so that other people can use it as well. So, DevCoin when? Never, because fucking crypto's scam for always. I get so much crypto and AI bullshit in my like inbox for sponsorship offers. It's always like the cold calls that I get, like the emails that I get from companies being like, we think that your audience will love this AI powered content editor. Get fucking bent. Get out of here. You want me to shill a thing that's going to undermine my own creative process? Like, no, I think I'm good. Real Crazy Sanity says mine isn't showing up from Discord. You mean your profile picture? If you want your stuff, you need to connect your Twitch to the lodge. So if you head to lodge, LODGE, lodge.camp. If you head there, in fact, let me just pull this up. I can show you. Actually be logged in. Okay. Okay. So this is the lodge. This is like, I'm logged into the lodge. This is the homepage. It's got your like rundown of who you are. It's got like the current information about the game that's built into all of this. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and water my trees real quick. It's got like recent Mastodon posts from people. It's got like the activity feed. Looks like Damon's been doing a lot of watering. Holy God. Thank you, Damon. But yeah, you can go down to linked accounts. So you go to the navigation up here, go to linked accounts, and you can connect your Twitch account right here. Once you've done that, you'll get your stuff on stream. So yeah, head to lodge.camp, log in, and go to linked accounts. Here's the direct link to the accounts page. And yeah, once you do that, you'll have full everything on the chat. Yeah, I'll do a full rundown of all that stuff soon enough. Okay, video games? Video games? Should we? Should I play some video games? Kind of feel like it. What do we think? Let's see. Let me open up Steam. Steam is a video game, right? Started playing Hades last night for the first time. Like for the first time ever. Because it's a very good game. And it's also a very filled with hot people. God damn. I hope you're able to survive, because Hades is Bisexual Panic the game. All right. Balatro update. Have y'all ever seen Vampire Survivors? Y'all want me to play some Vampire Survivors? Survive some vampires, perhaps? Pansexual panicking. Let me put up a poll. New poll. Should I play Vampire Survivors or something else? Start poll. I'm totally not just stalling while I download it. Wait, does Ash need to go to sleep? Ash, go to sleep. Wait, why does Ash need to go to sleep? Aubrey A6 says I'm a fan of vampires.
Propaganda to me.
That sounds like something a vampire would say. That sounds very much like something a vampire would say. Okay, well, Vampire Survivors has now installed. So we're going to do that. Let's get this all set up. We're going to change... Oh, no. Oh, dear. Okay. Stream info.
Sounds like rebellion propaganda to me.
Oh, dang. It's... oh, dang. My blood is all gone. That's going to be the title of the stream. Vampire Survivors. Done. Okay. Sylveon and Ash are vampires? I mean, we knew this. We knew this all along. What else could they possibly be? Okay. Play. Now I gotta add a capture, a screen capture for it. Let me get that working first. Add game capture. Vampire. Specific window. Vampire Survivors. Okay. Neat. Okay. Heck yes. I will say that that was a serious photosensitivity warning. If you have photosensitivity, like flashes and whatnot, this you might want to either enable defensive services or tab away, but it's not that bad. There's just a lot of flashing. So this game, if you're not familiar, it is it's like a reverse bullet hell. So you are just against swarms of enemies and you get a bunch of random power-ups and shit. You'll see. It's pretty straightforward. Start here. I've actually never played on computer. I've only played this on mobile. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so it's WASD to move. Oh, you can also click to... Oh, cool. Okay, I'm just going to do this then. Fuck you. Single pen. So I'm starting off with this character that's just got like a whip and kind of sucks. But this is experience that I'm picking up. And I just leveled up. So now we get a new bonus. Let's see. We'll do the Santa water. That's good. Okay, we're going to try WASD. Get whipped, honestly. Haha. Whip. Quip. The whip sucks so bad. Can these bats get out of my face? Come on. Come on. God, I have no power-ups either. Okay, here we go. Let's see. The dual pistol lady is my favorite. You know what else sucks so bad? Don't say vampire, because vampires are good at sucking. Oh, my mom. Okay. Magic wand. Oh god, my fingers were not on the controls. So yeah, you kind of like pick. You get it's like a roguelike basically. Like you pick your abilities, your upgrades. There's like some defensive stuff. There's some like really good stuff that you can get. But then you also get unlocks over time that just like improve all of the characters. And you can unlock more characters that have like different starting abilities and modifiers. There's some really fun ones. Like there's a character that starts by like every like you start off with like a really shitty thing, but a really shitty attack, but like all the attacks that you pick up have a much extended range, stuff like that. I'll take more Santa water. I hate this character though. I just don't like starting with whip. Ooh, treasure. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? I got a thing. Magic wand. Okay. Oh god, okay, level up. King Bible. I love this one. This is just like a Bible that spins around you and hits everything. Just like real Bibles. And as you level it up, it gets more Bibles. Just like real Bibles. There's a lot more bats than I would have expected. Get smited vampires. I believe it's smote. Become smote. Old Testament. I think we're overdue for another testament. Y'all want to make a new the New Testament? The new Old Testament? The old New Testament? More Bibles. Double Bible. You've heard of Double Bubble, but have you heard of Double Bible? It's got Mega Jesus as a main character. Okay, I also would really like the thing that lets you pick up stuff from further away, because there's a lot of bats just sort of generally in the area where my experience is. And I want my experience, please. I would like my points. Give me my blue gems. Give me my uncut jams. God, y'all remember uncut jams? That era of TikTok? Ah? Get them baubles. I just want to not have to rely on... Ooh! Floor chicken! Give me that floor chicken! Oh, give me that floor chicken. Oh, thank you. Okay. Floor chicken is how you heal. It's much more potent than non-floor chicken, which is not a healing item. Axe? Whip. We're gonna do whip. So now I got the whip behind me, which is great. Yeah, floor chicken is great. We love floor chicken. That's what most doctors prescribe these days. Now that RFK is in power. I wonder what RFK feels about floor chicken. Is his first experience with Vampire Survivors? I've played a little bit. I've only ever really played this on airplanes on my phone. I've never played this on a computer. This is my first time ever playing on a computer, and I've never looked up any strategy whatsoever. So I'm in a pretty good place where it's like I know nothing about what I'm doing, but it's okay because I don't care. But it's fun. RFK is more about the floor puppy. He's more about floor whales, frankly. Can I please? Can I help you all? You're encroaching on my personal space. More Bibles. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's fun as me with every game, says okay-ish. Fair. That's a good way to be. My problem with video games these days, with all the woke nonsense, that's not a thing. My actual problem with video games these days is the culture of optimizing the fun out of the games, right? Like the culture of like questioning why someone's not doing the right build, or you know, just basically anything besides just letting people enjoy the game. Like I remember playing Baldur's Gate, and I didn't want to cheese a specific boss. I wanted to like beat a specific boss in like the spirit of the combat of the game, but like I was questioned repeatedly why I didn't just do this cheesy build that one-shots the boss, and it's like, because that's not how I want to play the game. Like that's not how I draw enjoyment from this. So like instead I wanted to like have a turn-based back and forth and use the abilities within the sort of like realm that I believe was sort of intended to engage with this boss. Once I do that and go back through, I'll be happy to just like do whatever else. But I don't know. You know what? Let's just keep upgrading that whip. Treasure. How do I skip? Why can't I skip? I got a whip. What is the skip button? On phones, I just mash my screen and it goes away. Baldur's Gate, you mean Goblin Tossing Simulator? Santa Water. Couldn't play Elden Ring because people wanted to claim using mechanics. Oh god, the Elden Ring discourse. Oh no, yeah, the capital D discourse around Elden Ring and the summons and whatnot. Like, Elden Ring has a system in it where you can summon essentially just like temporary allies, summons, right? But despite the game being essentially balanced around the ability to summon allies in battle, people decided that if you use summons, you are a lesser gamer. And so, like, I don't know. It's so unnecessary. Let people enjoy games how they want to enjoy games. I was playing Elden Ring and having a great time. It was my first time playing a Souls-like, and it helped me gain an appreciation for the Souls-like genre. And, like, that's a good thing, I think. And, like, I would maybe go back and try to do a more hardcore run. But I really enjoyed doing the Radahn fight with, like, all of the summons and just having a massive amount of people fighting this huge bad guy. And it felt like a big, cool moment, and I enjoyed it. And I really want this fucking chest, but all these bad guys are sort of like slobbering all over it. And I'm dying. Cluck, cluck. I'd prefer to not be dying. I've got a lot of problems in my life right now, is what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Needs more dots? I do, very much. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Triple. Oh, baby. A triple. Okay. We take this. Done. Oh, baby. A triple. I feel like the whip can get really good once you power it up, but it takes a long time to get there. I don't like it being my first weapon. But yeah, like, Elden Ring is good. Elden Ring is great. Playing a Souls-like game and being, like, weird about adding additional rules to make it harder really feels like you're kind of missing the fucking point. But I get it. People just, like, want a challenge. But it's like saying that if somebody plays a Pokemon game and doesn't do a Nuzlocke run, then they're not playing Pokemon. Like, no. That's not how any of this works. You're still playing... Oh, no. Oh, no. It's bats. You're still playing Pokemon. Like, you're still playing the damn game. I died. I died. Did I unlock anything? Did I unlock anything? Okay, well, now I'm gonna get some power-ups, because I got money. I don't have much money. Okay, I'm poor. But we're gonna get move speed. We're gonna get magnet. No, I'm so poor. Oh my god. I am poor. Hey Dev, your previously undiscovered brother Pixel Dev dropped by. Did like my stream quality drop to like dog shit levels? All right. Oh, I can buy these guys already. Projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels. Hell yeah, Pasqualina Bellapacesi. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Come at me, bro. Yo, what's this? This is not a an ability that I've seen before. This is new to me. I've not seen this before. Rune Tracer. Sure. That's not on the mobile version. I very much like projectile builds where it's just like you just have a million projectiles going everywhere. But I also very much like there's one of the weapons you can get is garlic, and it just makes you have an aura of stank around you that hurts things that get near it. And then you can get a power-up that increases the AoE of things, so you can just have a big aura of stank, and you can just walk around being a stinky boy, killing all the vampires with your rank fucking aura. Please, to give experience points. My legs hurt. I think I'm gonna become a floor chicken. All right, let's go with an axe. We like axe. Body spray. Oh my god, I forgot that Axe body spray is a thing, right? And I went to go walk the dog, and the dog wanted to go on a route that was different than usual, so we go on this route, and I didn't realize that the route that I was taking and the time that I was walking was the route that, or was like right next to a middle school that was getting out. And so there was a ton of middle school boys walking around. First of all, every second word that comes out of the mouth of a middle school boy is bruh. Like they're all just saying bruh back and forth to each other constantly. But second, they all reek of Axe body spray. To the point that it's like, I don't understand how a teacher can do that. Like, how do you just like let those kids have, not that the teacher has control. I would cancel class if I had to smell that for an entire class. Let's get the crown. It's having a middle school boy can confirm. I can't be mad because like I said a bunch of dumb stuff all the time when I was around that age, but my goodness, it was literally like I walked past them for just a moment, and they must have said bruh like 15, 20 times in the like 10 seconds of conversation. More axes. Because it's like they use it, I mean, to be fair, they use it probably similarly to how I use like. I say like all the time. It's just my filler word. But they use it as a filler word, but it's also a word meant to be addressing people. Let me through. Oh my god, Sylvie, yes, that's exactly it. I'm dying. I'm dying a lot. I need some chicken. Floor chimkin. Increases projectile speed by 10%. Do not mind if I do. Remember, if you're ever finding yourself in a field swarmed by bats, the thing that you should be doing is throwing multiple axes up randomly in various trajectories in the hopes that the bats will just kind of get got. Also, yay, floor chicken. Okay. We're fine. Ow. Why did I walk that way? What am I doing? Ooh, experience. Laurel. Shields from damage when active. Let's just keep making our shit faster. Woo. Look at these axes. Woo. Yeehaw. Oh, ow. I'm dying. Cluck, cluck. More Rune Tracer. Effect lasts 0.3 seconds. Yeah, let's do that. Butthole? I look over in my chat and I just see butthole. Something about a butthole? Who's posting hole in my chat? I've got a friend who's a sex worker, and she always says that when she's going to work, she has to clock in at the hole, the post hole factory. Level up that crown, get more XP. The choke sound I made at my desk at the random butthole? No butthole is random. All buttholes have purpose. That's all I've got to say about that. Ooh, money. Dev whipping buttholes. I don't have the whip equipped right now, though. Like, that's not one of the weapons I'm using. You're spreading disinformation. And lies. What are you, a Russian asset? Or a CIA asset? Ooh. Ooh, but there's a chest. Oh, I love chests. Wait, I want to grab it. I want that. Okay. Ooh, 2 projectiles. Hell yeah. Dev, I'm trying to focus on the game. Wait, what? Oh, damn. It's a big one. Oh, shit. Okay. This game does that very well. I don't think that there exists a game that does chest openings more hype than that. Like, goddamn. The gold chest music is fantastic. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. This is not going the way that I want it to, but let's just get some spinach. Let's get muscular. I think the second rune tracer is helping quite a bit. Kill this here mantis. Get out of here, you dumb bug. I like these ghoulie guys. They've got some jazz hands going on. I dig it. I can get with it. Okay, come on. Axes. Axes, please. I want to kill the mantis. Oh my god. Oh my lord. There we go. Thank you. More stuff. I need to figure out how to make this screen go faster. I don't know why I can't. Does anybody who has played this game on PC know how to make that screen go faster? Because for whatever reason, every button is not working. Oh no, not the jazz hand zombies. Axe, more projectile speed, or whip? Let's do axe. More damage through people. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what it is. On mobile, whenever I get a chest, you can just like tap the screen and it speeds up and goes away. I can try tapping my screen, but for some reason I don't think that's going to work on a computer. Ooh, that was a close one. Try space. I've hit a bunch of buttons. Maybe I've somehow not hit space, but I'm pretty sure I did. Next time I grab a solid chest, I'll do that. Get my hands all up in there. Whoop. Okay. Oh, that's a swarm of bats. Oh no. Oh dear. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why? Okay. No, that wasn't. No one saw that. That was. No one saw that. Don't. That's rough, buddy. No, it wasn't rough because you didn't see it. Let's get recovery? No. Move speed? Move speed. Magnet? Can't afford. With B, escape, and right click. Okay. Start. Let's see. Gennaro Belpaci and Imelda Belpaci. Oh, it's all the Belpacis. Yeah, let's go with you. You've got a cool magic hand. I dig it. I'm a big fan of magic hands. This is new. Did I accidentally enable? What? Okay, whatever. Fire wand and magic wand? Oh? Fire and magic together at last. Oh, I just remembered that I was going to talk about proscenium stuff. I guess I'll do that next stream. I am not equipped to do that right now. But I've made some really cool strides with working on the proscenium, like the very foundations of proscenium, and I'm excited. And for those who are not aware of what I'm talking about, you should go check it out. There. It is a tabletop role-playing game that I am building called Proscenium. What do I want? Fire wand. Dorkosaurus. That wasn't a real dinosaur. If it was a real dinosaur, why haven't we found bones? You want space demons? What? What are the space demons doing? You're talking about Destiny? I'm so confused right now. We're talking about buttholes and Destiny and space demon and no tax on tits, and I don't know what to make of anything anymore. So I'm just gonna start throwing axes at people instead. Give me gems. W40K. I think you're thinking of a 401K. Warhammer 401K. I'm pretty sure that's the franchise. Correct me if I'm wrong, but also don't correct me because I'm right about everything. Ooh, that's a nice gem. Gimme. Spellbinder increases the duration of weapon effects by 10%. Or another axe. Throwing axes in honor of Flynn. WD-40K. Lubricate your demons. Oh no. Actually, did you know that WD-40 is not lubricant? Like, it's not officially lubricant. It's actually like a cleaning solution. So, you've been lied to your whole life and nothing is real. More magic. Way more magic. Okay. I don't like being surrounded. WD-40 is actually cake. I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure WD-40 should not be ingested, let alone is cake. But you know what? You're from Florida. I don't know how y'all operate down there. All right, it's a completely different world. There's no rules. Yeah, what's up with Florida, by the way? Why are there people there? What are you doing? Isn't your state like sinking? And I'm not like saying that like you're a bad person for being there, but it does feel like all of every force in the universe, whatever gods may or may not exist, seem to not want you to be there. That's my read of the situation. They're waiting for the ocean to rise. We're sinking and our water is polluted. I'm very willing to move. Just move to, what is that? Money. Move to, Guam. Move to Guam. Where is Guam? I don't actually know where on the map Guam is. I probably should, but can't we just like swap out Florida with Puerto Rico? I will Guam your ass. That sounds somewhere between threatening and kind of nice, actually. I don't know where I land on that scale. I'm not interested, I would say. Axe. More axes. Ooh, box. Ooh, box. Okay. I'm going to press a bunch of different things. You ready? Space. B, right click. Okay, right click. Right click is what did it. More axe. Florida has a lot of leftist. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that Florida is not a monolith. Like, no state in this country is a monolith. In fact, allow me to use my platform to re-emphasize to everyone to not universally lump everyone together that's like in a state as a bad person. Somebody being in Florida doesn't mean that they deserve bad things to happen to them. So, like, whenever there's a hurricane or whatever running towards Florida, and people start being like, oh, they voted for Trump, they get what they deserve. Like, no. There are a lot of people there. And like, even if most of them voted for a specific candidate, they're one, still your countrymen, and two, they don't deserve to be killed in a hurricane. So yeah, don't do that. I haven't seen that happen in my community really, but like, I want to make sure that I get ahead of any of that because it's not healthy. It's the same with like writing off Alabama or Mississippi or whatever, like places that have very high black populations too, and writing them off as lost causes because of the racist white people who live there. And it's like, okay, but I mean, you're dunking on vulnerable people more than you're dunking on the people who are in power there. So I don't know. I get it. I totally get that. Like, you hear Florida and you associate it with like bad or whatever, but there's such a huge difference between the government of a state and the people there, and the geography itself, right? Like, Florida is just a location. It just happens to be a location that the U.S. empire has fucked up royally. But that doesn't make it good or bad. Politically, it can be real messed up. But that doesn't mean that, like, being a Floridian or whatever is bad. It's just like with California. Like, there are more Republicans living in California than most Republican states. Like, most red states have fewer Republicans than California. Just because there's a lot of people that live there. And it's like 55% blue, 45% red, something like that. Like, it's not all that blue. Also gerrymandering. Like, never forget that there are plenty of states that are truly progressive leaning states, or at the very least purple, and they've just been gerrymandered to hell. And so the voices of the people who live there are not being heard. And so, like, for all you know, the states that you think are just like Terabad have more people who would like to see change than people who are voting for the Terabad stuff. And they just cannot get the representation they want because they've been screwed over by an unjust system. And being mad at them does nothing in that case. Ohio? Oh god, yeah. The gerrymandering is just so bad. And it's on both parties. Like, it's both Democrat and Republicans have gerrymandered states. I think that Republicans have probably more, but it's just like hard to count. But that was their strategy pretty through and through for a while. It's essentially, I mean, it's the same strategy, right? Like, remove power from voters to retain power. But like, then we end up where we are now, where it's like, no one's happy, right? Like, their plan has been usurp power, retain power, prevent people from getting us out of power, and use our power to do deeply unpopular things. That's not sustainable. How much longer do you keep just doing the exact opposite of what people want and tell them that they're wrong before they just cut your head off in the public square? And I mean that pretty seriously. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to cut someone's head off in the public square. But at what point do politicians stop getting away with quite literally pissing on us and telling it's raining? Like, throughout all of human history, it's like, okay, congratulations, you have sufficiently pissed off the masses. Your head will be liberated from your body now. Like, that's just what happens throughout all of history. Leader does bad shit for a long enough time, people get sick of it, and they're like, you know what? Life would be a little easier if this person was just not a part of it. So I'm just wondering when that happens. Dev is getting his ass eaten by vampires and bats. I am actually doing fine. Look at this. They're all stuck on the trees. They're like, oh no. I've been defeated. My nemesis, trees. How will I ever overcome this obstacle? Oh, those are big bats. Oh no. These are some big bats. So I think this is why we have unions. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, unions aren't doing too great either right now. These are big boy bats. I don't want the big boy bats. I want the little guys back. They gave me lots of experience. And my build kind of sucks. Okay. Okay. Y'all, can we not? With this, hold on. Get out of here. God, just a big old... Oh, there's the little boys. Oh, but they're pushing everyone. How rude. Ooh. Ooh. That's a lot of experience. Okay. More axe. Ooh. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. I just want to find the... Every once in a while, you can find a drop that, like, sucks up all the experiences on the ground. I would very much like that now. I would also very much like to get my hands on that chest. Oh! That... Shouldn't be the size of the bat that matters. I mean, if it's a bat that's so big that is bigger than me, that seems problematic. I feel like too big happens much faster than too small regarding bats. Woo! Woo! Okay, almost died. That was my almost dying sound. If you ever hear me make that sound, it means I'm almost dying. More magic wand. Yeah, did you see Iowa trying to legalize discrimination against trans folks and remove their civil rights? Not sure of the status of that bill currently. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on right now of, like, how can we, like, it's mask off, like, Nazism, right? Like, oh, hold on. Okay, I want to give this some meaningful thought, and I'm currently in a bad situation in this here vampire video game. And I feel like I should probably have more focus on the topic of trans erasure and trans genocide rather than trying to fight. Oh my god! It's a lot of Skelly Bros. It's more Skelly Bros than I would like to... Okay, let me get out of here. Okay. So they should really not be doing trans erasure because, like, that's fucking dumb, right? But this whole notion of transgenderism, right? Or the trans ideology, or whatever the fuck they're calling it, to try to justify, like, not having to say that they're getting rid of trans people and instead they're getting rid of the trans ideology or whatever. Like, that's just trans people. What are you fucking talking about? Yeah, I mean, like, it's the first thing I would say is to be cautiously observant of these bills, because any bill can be proposed, right? There's that Republican that proposed the bill of annexing Greenland and calling it red, white, and blue land, right? Like, that's not a bill that's going to happen. Anyone can propose a bill. It doesn't even always get to the floor, right? Like, it doesn't even always get a vote. So like just because a bill is introduced doesn't mean that it's worth thinking about. But of course, don't not pay attention, because not paying attention is how bad things happen in the darkness. I feel like there should be a newspaper that talks about what might happen to democracy in darkness, but you know, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, like I haven't seen that specific bill. I don't know where it's at along in the process. I don't know what exactly it does, but you know, we're doing plenty of other dumb bullshit, like preventing trans people from being able to have their gender on their passport, or like can't even have the X on their passport, which is surprising because Elon Musk is obsessed with the letter X. So you'd think that he'd be all about that. Oh, it's ghosts. Oh, it's ghosts! Ah! Okay, well. You know, there are worse ways to die, I guess. Ooh, 4 unlocks, it says? Yo. That's probably gonna do it. Oh, look at that buddy. Oh, look at that man. Look at this dog. You see this? You see this dog? Hold on. Let me... It's a good boy. It's a very good boy. Well, we only had 2 pen drops this time, so I'm proud of that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna probably head out. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, though. Oh, I can hydrate before I go. Dev's fatal mistake was not calling the Ghostbusters. We're not on speaking terms, me and the Ghostbusters. Not after that most recent movie. Hello, Peter Pan. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it. But hope you all are doing very, very, very well. I appreciate you being here. As a reminder, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday starting at 11 a.m. US Eastern, and also whenever else that I feel like it. I don't want to commit to it, but I would like to stream tomorrow if I can find the time for it. So we'll see. But keep a lookout. Be sure to hit that follow button and turn on notifications or whatever. Be sure to join my Discord if you're not there already, because you can also sign up for pings there for when I go live. Yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to head out. Talk to you later, etc., etc. See you soon. Be well. Take care and all of that. Okay, bye.